We're going to get started disassembling the door. We're going to take the complete door apart, door panel, glass, mirror, and we'll start here and move our way on the inside of the car. All right. Never been on camera before. Okay, speaker. I'll get it. It's a poorly executed speaker installation. Under here, these are supposed to be little Phillips screws, but somebody has done something very bad here. Oh, that's why. This door panel's all broken, and looks like somebody tried to glue it at one time. We'll take the switch off, and that's broken as well. Boy, we're gonna have a lot of work to do, but we can do it. We'll get all that sorted out later. Screw caps. I should be organizing all this stuff neatly, which I will be doing shortly. Several screws across the bottom. We might be able to repair some of these, the plastic. We can either use a special epoxy or reinforce these with metal, or just get another one if we can find one. There's 3 screws underneath. Now this handle will not come off. There's a tab that's bolted to this that goes down inside the door. You'll see that when we remove the door panel. If there's anything alive in here, you're going to see it right here in the video. There it is. And there's the piece that goes down inside this slot, and in this one it wasn't even in there. That's why the door panel came off so easy. What a mess. Okay. Door lock. That's the electronic door lock. Electric door locks, window regulator. Door handle, that'll come off. Cable. Cable support. Let's see how this stuff will come off. Cage nut's broken. These are available. The nut just gets held inside this little metal clip, like this one here, but the end broke off, so the nut won't stay inside. We can replace those. That screws for the shield for the door lock, so you cannot put a Slim Jim down inside there. This was a little safety shield. Porsche used in a lot of their cars, this type of thing. This is the door lock servo. We're not sure if these work. They're not seized up, but they electrically they probably still work. There's a series of couple of micro switches inside of here too to tell the little control module what position they're in. If all that works, maybe we can, well, I don't know if we can get little boots for them or if we'll just get new units. So we'll see how that goes. I guess the window regulator and glass is next. Although I'm not going to be able to get the glass out unless I lower it. So I might have to power up the motor to move it. Before we go too much further, I want to show you these great little Chinese containers I got from Amazon. The little Chinese food containers. They're really good for small parts. And we also found these little tin cans for the little screws. And we also have bus bins. So for each job we do, we can have a bus bin for that particular part. I've done so many of these cars that I kind of know where all the screws go and what screw goes where and actually which ones are wrong. So I can just put them all in one pile and I can sort them out after. And then this can just go inside and keep it organized that way. And then later when we're done with this door, we'll sort everything out on the bus bins and get it on the shelf and labeled. So that won't be a problem. So to lower the door, I have a battery from one of my power tools. It's a 12-volt battery. It works great for powering up accessories in the car when you don't have a battery in the car, or an electrical system like this one. I really don't know. I'd be kind of afraid to put a battery on it. But we're able to lower the window. That's for the up, just reverse polarity, and we can bring the window down to a position where we can actually get it off of the rail, turn it, and pull the glass out. So I think that's good enough. We'll see how that works out for us. So we'll leave that on there just in case we need it again. And for the window regulator, this is sort of the intermediate rail. This will give you position of the glass. You can tilt the glass for adjustment to make it ride smooth by just adjusting this up and down. Actually, it would probably go this way. So the glass is very adjustable inside the door frame to make it move very smooth. And then the glass will come right out of the regulator. And then out. Gently, of course. There we go. They're pretty tough. So we'll go put this someplace safe. Let's remove the regulator itself. I guess we don't need those anymore. Got to be careful not to whack the outside of this. Put a dimple in the door going the other way. That would not be nice. But there's a regulator. Really stiff right here, so you can see the rust inside there. This regulator will actually come back to health pretty good. The bushings seem to be good. It's not loose, so we can probably keep this. We'll clean it all up, take the motor out, clean the brushes, and maybe re-grease inside the worm gear drive. But that'll be in good shape. We can make that work. What's next? I guess we can get the latch out. Okay, we're gonna the thing about these tight Allen bolts is to make sure the Allen is square with the bolt. Easily strip these out. There's the outer latch, and that sandwiches the inner latch between the door. This screws right into the inner latch mechanism. So, this is one of the body vents. Keep air moving through the car. Let's move on to the door handle. One screw here. I have a broken weld here. You can see the inner section there. That's supposed to come out. We have a ball socket for the lock on the inside. There it is. Little ball socket goes down to the latch assembly, and that's what actually pulls the door handle. When you pull the door handle, it releases the latch.
Screwdriver's in the way.
These break these arms here. This one's actually is still in good shape, but it's just all sort of corroded, and the grease is pretty much gone. We might be able to save this one. There was no gasket here either, which doesn't help where water gets inside of here. So we can refinish this. This should come right out. You got this brace in the way. Door latch mechanism, simple. This is where the outside latch bolts to, sandwiches the door. Everything's pretty dried up in here, no grease.
Hands in the way.
My hand's in the way. But But pretty simple mechanism. They don't usually fail. We can just grease them up, clean them up, grease them up, and maybe even replate it. Although it doesn't need to be replated. You don't see it on the inside. It'll be nice and clean though, and greased up. Okay. Cables lubricated and whatnot. Now, if every inch of this car wasn't getting repainted, I would have a little piece of rubber hose put here. But everything's getting stripped and repainted, so a little mark here and there is not going to hurt. See, outer window wiper, that'll probably scratch the glass, so we'll be replacing these. Clips, we'll get all new clips. All right. The window channel felt. And there's our window felt. I hope these are available. If they're not, we'll have to get them out of a car that hasn't been baking in the sun for a long period of time. The sun is what did the damage on these, but normally these last a long time. So if we have to get one from another car, from a wrecking yard or something that the car has not been baking in the sun, we might be able to get a good set. But these are no good. What else do we have inside here? Wiring harness. That'll give us some slack to remove the mirror and disconnect the mirror. So, mirror satchel. Release the mirror glass. This is what releases the glass. So, not much left of this. Mirror motor drive. Okay. A lot of corrosion inside the terminal connector there. Let's see, this is all really hardened up. This is supposed to be a softer rubber. I know we can get these motor covers. The motor can come out and just put it in the new housing. We'll probably have to get used ones again that haven't been baking in the sun. Now, in order to get the mirror housing off, these terminals have to come out of the plastic housing. I've done this a bunch of times. I'm just going to pull them out. I don't have to write down the wire color. All that information is available. So let me get the tool to remove that. See, more. I guess we're not going to get much more of the wire up there. Okay. And there's our connector and all the wires for the mirror plug. Those will all go down through the hollow bolt and into the car so we can remove the housing. This is the late style with the 2 motors. The early style has 1 motor and a little clutch that engages to drive the other direction. Okay. I previously soaked this with penetrating oil because they get pretty corroded in there. Now, to push all these wires down without damaging them, you see so many times people don't know what to do or how to get these out. They cut the wires and then use butt connectors to put them back. I don't like that. We will do this correctly. Just gotta keep working it. Push some down ahead of the others, that way it's not one big grouping trying to get through. There we go. Okay. All right. Move the nasty wiring harness. Little tabs inside to hold the wiring from getting caught up in the window. I think we're going to have to go in and disconnect this harness from the inside and pull it out this way. There's just too much wire here, and the way this joint is, I don't think we're going to get it through the door in that direction. Worked on these a lot, but I haven't taken the harnesses out very often, so we'll go underneath and try to disconnect it. As long as we don't catch any diseases under there, I think we'll be okay. There are the connectors for the door harness. The bracket is rotted right off from inside. Once the dash is out, we'll find out exactly where this fits, and hopefully we'll get some new metal in there and be able to reattach this bracket to hold these. In the meantime, we just need to get this apart so they can get the bodywork going. And this is oh, you home stereo enthusiasts, please don't do this. This is not, oh, it's a tweeter. Okay, well, that was my humor for the day. That's not soldered, of course. Just take that out. Screwed right directly into this very expensive piece of trim. All right, there it is. Now the door could be removed if we're ready to do that. I don't know if we're ready to take the door off at this point in time. We are not. This door seal's not the worst. If I can find these things available, I'll replace it. If not, we might be able to save this. Not too bad. It's probably a little bit flattened out. Might get some wind noise. We'll see. Most of this door will be assembled on the bench before we install it. We'll have all the harness and glass, everything in it once it's finished being painted and everything, and then we can just put it on, bolt it on. I like to pull them apart this way because we're not ready to take the door off yet, but we do want to get as much out as possible. And get things on shelves and get them ready and assess what we're going to need to purchase. Just big mess. Okay. All right, that's it for this door for now.